Bro, okay, hear me out. What if low-key, Rosa, your cleaning lady, is she has her own podcast, and when she cleans, she fucks with all her shit because she sets it up to how she wants it and records her own, and then, but doesn't put it back how, back in black, but doesn't put it back how she should. That's a possibility. What's her first name?
Her first name's Rosa.
Oh. I thought we were calling her Rosa because she's a cleaning lady, and I've never really asked what her name is.
Damn.
Can you be racist to your own kind?
Apparently.
I like it. Why do you close the door? There's no one here, right? Or is there someone here?
There will be.
What does that mean?
That means I have people who live
There will be.
There will be. We're gonna fucking kill you.
Excuse me.
You thought I was being racist this whole time, just calling her Rosa because she's a cleaning lady?
One, I never thought you were racist because you were calling her Rosa.
Just thought I was being funny.
Yes, I thought you were just being funny. Like, we just referred to her as Rosa. And, to be fair, we wanted to protect her identity. And so, we called her Rosa.
You're right.
Rosa's very common. Actually, matter of fact, funny enough, I can say it now because she's passed away. R.I.P. But my grandma's name was Rosa.
Aww.
I swear to God, it really was.
No, I believe you.
I think it was. I want to say I think because, I don't know if, that's what my dad told me to call her.
You don't.
Here we go. See what happens? See, if you guys watched the video where I showed what we do on a daily basis, I clearly showed that Emil doesn't do anything.
Well, you fucking sabotaged me, dude. You do this bullshit, and then you go, well, what do you...
Rosa!
What do you do?
Bro, Rosa...
What do you do?
Rosa sabotaged you. You're putting it...
What am I doing?
And the other one, look at them, and there's like a metal tip you got to put it right into, buddy. The other one, like, see how that one's black? No, it's not that one. See how that one? Look at that one. What does that look like? Oh, see how the metal goes to the metal?
Yeah. It's not working, buddy.
Well, then you still get headphones. You don't know what to say.
Hello.
Is it really not working?
Oh, it's fucked up.
It's
like
I also want to blame Rosa for probably stepping on these cords.
You think Rosa?
Not on purpose, obviously.
Oh. Okay.
Well, you know what the good thing is? Actually, disconnect. See, follow the gray wire. Follow the gray wire. Look down. Follow the gray wire. It's connected to another connection. If that connection is broken, the actual headphone one isn't. So we can still use that one. Plug that into there.
Just hold on. Hold on.
Just do what I do. And then just do what I said, and then it was. Now I know how my dad feels. Now I understand why he hit me. Because all I want to do right now is hit you. I'm going to whip you with that, dude. You ever been hit with anything, like an object?
Hello! I think that chord's bad.
That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
Dude, I think that's the bad chord.
Now you're yelling.
Dude.
Why are you yelling? I ain't yelling.
I didn't want to drink today.
Yeah. Why? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why in the morning of recording, that morning, I ask you if we're drinking. Or actually, no, I don't say if we are. I assume we are.
Yeah.
Because we're cool.
You say,
we're cool,
what are we
guys.
drinking?
That is true, yeah. I say, what are we drinking? And then you give me this, like, I'm not drinking this time, for real. But I don't know if obviously I'm hoping you just do it just to be funny. But why, like, 10 minutes later, you're like, actually message me like at around like 12 and then again at 3. Knowing that you're just going to change your answer anyways. Do you want to feel like a good person?
I've got a drinking problem. I've got a drinking problem, and I try to be hopeful in the morning, but then reality sets in, and I want to drink to death.
Drink to death.
Drink to death.
Drink to death. Before we continue this episode, let's take a quick break to thank our one and only sponsor of the podcast, Thesis.
Let's be honest. We're not exactly known for our peak mental performance. Some days, just forming a couple sentences feels like running a marathon. But what if I told you there's a way to actually upgrade your brain without selling your soul?
No way. That's where Thesis Nootropics comes in. These guys are all about personalized nootropics. Science-backed formulas designed to help you focus better, think clearer, and get done. Recently, Thesis has hit us up and funny enough, they sent me an email and they were like, I like what you guys are doing. You know what you're lacking though? Little creativity.
You guys need a little something.
Little energy. You guys need a little boost. And we're here to help you. Look at this beautiful presentation. Colorful. Whether you need a boost for work, creativity, or just remembering why you walked into the kitchen, Thesis has a custom blend made for your brain.
No sketchy stimulants, no snake oil, just real ingredients. Oh my God. That actually work. Plus, they tailor to you, so you're not just throwing random pills at your problems. We've all been there.
Mainly you, Emil.
I do that a lot. And if you're anxious like me, there's caffeine-free options of everything.
Here's the best part. You get 20% off your order when you go to takethesis.com and use our code TheSlobsOnThePod at checkout. That's TheSlobsOnThePod for 20% off. I've been using it for the past 2 weeks, week and a half. And the energy has been my main one just because that's always been an issue every morning. You know, first thing I do, I wake up, got to get a cup of coffee. As soon as I get to work, got to stop at the gas station, get a Red Bull or Monster or something. I'm not lying. Since I've taken it, I haven't needed any of those things. I've been wanting to try some stuff and I was like, I don't know what's good, what's not. And when Thesis hit us up, I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. You guys can also experience it when you guys go to takethesis.com, use code TheSlobsOnThePod at checkout, and you get 20% off.
So if you're feeling like a goldfish with a concussion, give Thesis a shot. Your brain will thank you.
Once again, guys, that's The Slobs on the Pod. TheSlobsonthepod. And you get how much?
20% off.
When you go to where?
TakeThesis.com.
Now back to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally get you. You know, funny enough, I said I wasn't going to, because like I knew you had picked up stuff for me, so I was like, that's all I'll drink.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I should probably pick up a little some, you know. So I did grab something on the way over, telling myself, though, that I was like, you don't need it. Just go get a water, go get gas, and then just go to his place. No, I needed a drink before you gave me the drinks that you got me. Just for the fact that I was like, he's probably going to do the same thing, which you did, right?
This is my first one, though.
Oh, really? So you didn't do what I did? You didn't have a drink before you had the drinks that we got? So technically, I'm going to have 4 while we record?
What, I'm going to have 2. Unless you give me one of yours, and then we'll have 3 each. Probably not going to do that, though, huh?
I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how you do. Did you get 2 of those?
So burpee, yeah, I got 2.
Why do you get those? Once again, why do you get those knowing that?
Today I got these because they were $2.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You feel like you when you drink those are a little bit healthier?
Not necessarily, no.
Opposed to drinking just a Bud Light? I would say yes.
Why? There's more.
It's got vitamins. I know. Okay, maybe not health-wise. You don't think so? Clamato has vitamins? It's got tomato. It's got all this good stuff for you. I'll say this because I want to say 1 out of the 3 remedies that I try when I have a hangover, one of them that really works most of the time is Bud Light Chelada. Whether you make it yourself or if you get the canned one. And not that, I don't know what that green shit on top is with the extra lime and stuff. The original is just the right amount. The spicy one is way too fucking spicy. You might as well just be drinking a fucking bottle of hot sauce.
I like that.
I know you do.
I like that.
I know you, because from wherever you're from, that's all you guys eat. So then there's like the other ones that have like too much lime, and you can like totally, it tastes like a sour beer now with a hint of tomato juice. Then if you get the Chelada Bud Light Original or Budweiser, even Original, perfect.
See.
But yeah, good job on that. You got me all off track now.
Thank you.
Went to a baseball game this weekend.
What? Who'd you see?
Spring training.
In Phoenix. Cool.
We went to Goodyear.
Oh.
It was nice. Why do you say it like that? Is Goodyear a bad area?
It's the best part of Phoenix.
Is it?
No.
Are you saying because it's the worst?
There's a speedway there, right? There's a racetrack.
I don't know. We just went to the game
Did I
and
just
then
make that up because there's tires called Goodyear?
You know what? You probably did, but if that's not a real thing, then it definitely should be. There should at least be there has to be like a Goodyear like racetrack, Goodyear. The fucking tire place better have like a factory there where they make tires. Is that a bad thing to want more tire factories? Is that bad for the
Yeah. Goodyear.
Goodyear
Ballpark.
That's where I went. Which I'll say this. I don't know if it was just because it was like a spring training field, and I don't know. But the workers there are very, very friendly. Like even like like the people like the old people that sit up at the top of the stands and tell you like when to go down and like what seats you're at and try to help you find your seats. These people were very nice, like very polite. They would walk you to your seat. They make sure you're good. Like, they were just so sweet. It was really cool. So, shout out Goodyear Ballpark. I would definitely not be going back again. Just for the fact that I didn't really like the layout of the field. People were very nice, but I'm going to try a different field next time.
Yeah.
But the people were amazing. Great customer service.
I totally made it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Then it should be a thing, buddy.
Yeah, it should.
Congrats.
I'm glad, dude. Who won?
Well,
or do they?
They played the they didn't keep score. The fuck? Did you fart? Okay. They played the Galaxy. No, the Guardians. they played the Cleveland Guardians. Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, man.
That for like our entire life, they've always been the Cleveland Indians. As long as we've been alive. And now out of nowhere, they're just like, that's racist now.
Yeah.
This year is racist. Last year it wasn't. This year it's racist.
Yeah. I wish I still had my hat. In like the 6th or 7th grade, I like saved up.
With the Indian on it?
To buy the,
What's his name, by the way?
Wahoo, I think.
Wahoo!
I think it's Wahoo.
Yeah. Chief Wahoo?
Chief Wahoo.
It's probably Chief Wahoo.
I think so.
It's not so much the picture, it's more of the name you guys call him. They were all dramatic. Fuck it, we'll change the whole fucking thing. Fuck it, just fuck it.
I fucking love that hat, dude.
Dude, it's honestly, it's one of those things. It's like when a rapper passes away, and then it's like, damn, he did have good music.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the Cleveland Indian, Wahoo, Chief Wahoo. Once he was gone, I was like, you know what? That was actually a really cool graphic for like a hat.
A really cool graphic.
Yeah, dude, it's dope. Like today, I saw, or not today, but this past weekend we went to did a little thrift shopping, did our home hobo shopping.
I saw that Buffalo.
Dude, I love Buffalo Exchange. Shout out Buffalo Exchange, guys. Check it out.
It's like a fucking super Walmart of thrift.
Yes. Well, and I'll say this: they have, unlike Goodwill, they have standards. So they will go through your shitty clothes and pick 2 of the things out of 100. Bro, one time, I've gone and taken like 3.
Well, because they're buying your shit, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I get that. I totally get that. Oh, and by the way, they're the fucking GameStop of thrift stores, because they will get some really good stuff from you and give you store credit. They'll give you like $45, which is pretty good. Most of the time, that's what I take, because that's why I'm there anyways, because I want to look for other stuff for myself. But like, if you were to do a cash route, it'd be like 15 or 20, maybe 20. But dude, I've given them like sold to them hockey jerseys. Like, when I've seen them, I'm like, damn, I've literally seen like what I paid for that one hockey jersey is what I gave them for like maybe 4 pieces of clothing.
Whoa.
And another one was like a really good pair of pants. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how the maths. Either way, still a loyal customer. Love them. Whatever they do, they do. Like I said, I already have a plan to go in there and buy stuff anyways. So when I just get rid of clothes that's just probably just been piling up. Clearly doesn't fit me. I don't know what to do with it. So I take it to them. They take care of it. And I think the rest you still have to take. That's what sucks. I swear like they used to. I wish they would just like, if this like we're not going to take, we'll donate to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Nah, I bet you they don't do that, because someone probably was like, wait, what if they don't take it to Goodwill? And what if they just like put it on the rack? Now they've got a bunch of free stuff that they said is not, within our, fashion this month. So we're going to throw in the trash bag. And then I say, you know what? Can you guys just keep it and like donate to Goodwill? Like, I really don't want to take it back home with me. And they're like, yeah, for sure, we'll do that. Little do I know, they put that shit on the shelves and sell it and make so much money. Either way, I'm mad at it. If that's the case, I'm mad at it.
Just take your shit for free and then sell it?
Yeah, because there's times I've found I found these fucking these Dickies. These Dickies I'm currently wearing right now. That's what I love. Okay, I'm gonna say this. All right, one, it's crazy the shift in how thrifting is now cool. Back in the day, it was like you're poor, that's why you shop here. You know what I'm saying? Like Goodwill. Now it's like you see all the cool kids at Goodwill. It's crazy. That's one. Two, I myself, I like thrift shopping because one, I hate shopping in general. If I go into one store, I'm like, okay, what specifically am I looking for here? If I go to whatever another store, what pair of shoes am I looking for here? When I go into a thrift store, it is gonna sound gay and it's gonna sound like fruity or whatever, but like the clothes just speaks to me. I just put my headphones in and I just go through the racks that are my size, extra large t-shirts, 34 waist, sometimes 32 in pants, depending on the day. And so I'll like go through it and then I'll just see something and I'm like, you know what? I would never buy that in the store, like anywhere, or I wouldn't seek that out. But right now, that shirt is dope as fuck and I need to buy it. And then you look and it's 15 around, 15, 20 bucks, depending on the brand.
Their prices are like that?
Yeah. But like I said, it's, and like I said, that's the point of like, because otherwise you could just go to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And Goodwill's even more fun to find those like holy grails of like t-shirts or type of pants or a jacket or a jersey or something, because it's like almost like 1 in, I don't know, 50, 1 in 100 that you're going to find like something like, oh my God, like this is amazing. And they're
$3.
Yeah, $3, $2, $5, yeah. But at Buffalo Exchange, they kind of take that already. They take all the stuff that's just in the way, all the Hanes t-shirts, the cheap stuff. They're taking that already out. They're just presenting you the stuff that if people would buy at a
just
good
bangers, yeah.
Yes, and so like I said, and I'm not gonna lie, they do get some stuff, and they kind of ask a little too much for what they're.
What it is.
And it is sometimes, I don't even know if it's real or not, but it's like some crazy stuff and it's like, wow, really, it's still $100, like, wow. But
they have $100 stuff?
Yes,
bro.
They have $600 stuff apparently. Well, because you got to think, and this is another thing you guys remember, Buffalo Exchange, for the ones I've been to, and I want to say the ones I've looked up, they only put them in like bougie areas. The one that I went to was in Tempe, right across the street from the ASU campus. And then maybe not the area is not campus, but the kids that go there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see the cars that come out of this fucking student parking lot. So, like, those are the kids that are like, and dude, that's the cool thing about Buffalo Exchange. You'll find like a shirt you can see it still has the tags from the store. Literally, they're just like rich kids' clothes that are like, nah, that's out of style, or that don't fit me no more, or I never really liked that, I don't know why I bought it. And they take that shit to Buffalo. It's all these college kids and they have really good clothes. So like even in San Diego, there's one that my favorite one, which is the one that always got me on, was the one in Mission Beach. There's one right there. That's a really good one. And then there's another one in downtown San Diego. That's a really great one too. So like I said, they place them in just like hot spots. They're not just like in random areas. They're literally set in areas where the people that are trying to get rid of clothes are getting rid of top-notch clothes, great clothes. And that's another fun thing. Like when you're thrifting, like you'll find something and you're like, okay, one, is this real? You look at it and you're like, okay, like the tag is the actual tag that you would get if you bought it from the website. You find the shirt on the website and it's like, damn, bro, like I just bought this $22 shirt. This shit's $85 brand new. Or this shit's $100 or whatever. Like there's so much, bro, like Sida's found like a Dior button up, like a jean like button up. And dude, it was like $200 online. She got it for like $25.
Damn.
At a Buffalo.
Damn.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they just because of what's on the tag, they kind of just overprice it in a way. And so yeah. What happened?
I just realized I left the other one of those in the freezer.
All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back after a word from these messages. After a word from our new sponsor. Oh, that's actually a funny story. I'll tell you about that when you come back. Did you fart? All right, we're back, guys. Another thing, funny enough, when I was staring at my penis in the mirror, I noticed the shirt I have on currently for this episode, I also got this at Buffalo Exchange.
At the same time as the pants?
No. I got this shirt way before. I've actually worn this before, but we haven't talked about Buffalo Exchange like that, so I figured it would be a good time to. And I didn't wear this outfit by any means to bring up Buffalo Exchange, which is very weird.
Seems like you did.
I didn't.
Okay.
I just really love.
Where'd you get the watch from?
Guess.
Buffalo Exchange.
Wrong. Stole it.
Damn.
Well, I didn't steal it. It was left somewhere, and I was like, well, I'm just going to take it. So.
Well, I didn't steal it. It was left somewhere.
You think I can afford this?
And then it was sold to Buffalo Exchange.
You think I can afford this?
What is it?
It's a Bulova. It's like this watch. I think it's like $200. or maybe 150. It's like between there. I can't remember. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, and I'm like,
and you found it?
No, funny enough, I actually there was another watch I had, like a really cheap watch, but it looked nice. It was like one of those all gold old people watches that like it flexes, like you can stretch the metal out so you can put it on your wrist. It doesn't like unclick.
Those are great.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, this is dope. Even if the battery doesn't work, it looks clean, like a nice little piece. And I wore it to a wedding one time, and my brother was like, dude, that's a sick watch. And then he showed me his, and it was this one. He's like, you want to trade? Didn't ask him where he got it. I don't know how he bought it. Maybe he did buy it. I don't know. Don't care. You know, it was a nice watch. And I was like, and I told him, I was like, bro, this is just some watch that and he was like, no, I like it. He's like, let's trade. And he's like, I don't really like the leather. I was like, all right, cool. Since then, it's been like one of my favorite watches. That's why, like, I understand why people have Apple Watches. Do you have an Apple Watch?
I used to.
Okay. I understand why people have them, and I kind of want one only for one reason, but, like, I enjoy actual watches too much that it's like, am I going to wear 2 watches? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you commit to an Apple Watch, it's so much money. That's the only thing you're putting around your wrist, right? As a male, who the fuck's wearing 2 watches? Who's wearing their Apple Watch and an actual nice piece on the other wrist? And if you are, get the fuck out of here.
Because Apple's what, a $300 watch?
At least I think the cheapest one's maybe $250, and that's for like the bare like just, I think you can make calls and stuff, but like, I want one, and I know it is one, but it's of course the most expensive one. But I just want to be able to run without carrying my phone in my pocket. I want whatever music is on my phone to be on my watch. So I can just run for however long with just that on. Yes. That's all I want it for. I don't need it for anything else. Like there's honestly, and I get it, like there's people that like, oh, I use it for this. I get that. But right now, that's the only thing I could think that I would want it for. And obviously to track my runs, that'd be cool. But like I've used Fitbits. Even Fitbits, I'm like, what do I just put this on when I run? Like I got even tired of it. So, but I'm saying this though. And I want to know if you've ever seen someone or if you are someone that wears an Apple Watch as well as an actual watch. Let us know. Or you could do it like on the low, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But because that's some bonk. That's a wild
Weird.
shit.
Yeah.
To wear 2 watches?
No. I always wore a regular watch, and then I went to the Apple Watch, and then since I stopped wearing the Apple Watch, I never went back to like a regular watch. But I want to. Mm-hmm. I don't want.
But you don't care. You don't do Apple Watch no more.
No, I had to stop because I have anxiety. So like when,
it would tell you to breathe.
It would tell me to breathe, or it would tell me my heart rate was like bugging out.
Yeah,
and so I'd check it, and that would make my heart rate bug out more. So just like I had a couple panic attacks.
Yeah,
purely fueled off of the data that the watch was providing.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's almost like it's like when you start watching the news and you're like, "Fuck, the world's terrible."
Exactly.
It's like, no, man, it's just highlighting everything now.
Yeah.
That is, I didn't think about that. But I remember like Saida had one for a minute, and yeah, it would like alarm her in the middle of the night, like you need to get up, you're not breathing properly or something, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I get it. Maybe I have bad sleep issues, but like, just let me sleep through the night. You know what I'm saying? I do it all the time. Stop fucking. Yeah, but and sometimes it's not real, so it's like,
Yeah.
But then you hear those like stupid stories where it's like he went to the doctor and they said he was totally fine. Then his Apple Watch said that, this is really high, you should get this checked out. And he went and little he had cancer, but he caught it in time, all thanks to his Apple Watch.
Thanks, Apple Watch.
Yeah. Apple Watch is such a $1 billion company that like they could do some conspiracy shit where they just like planning some shit in people. I don't know. That sounds crazy.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Stop that. Let's not go into that.
You're talking about microchips.
I literally said that, and I was like, I got a headache right away because I was like, what am I going to say after that? That even makes sense and nothing because it's fucking dumb. I'm sorry, guys. This is what I was saying in the video.
I immediately got a headache.
Okay, speaking of the cops, I had this question, and this is probably Jordan's World / High Thought. Yeah. But before 9/11, did anyone do anything on 9/11? Like, on 420, people smoke weed, on 7-Eleven, people go to 7-Eleven and get slushies for free. Like on 9/11, before 2001, 9/11, what before that, was that any significance of anything? Do you know of?
Like, was it like a first responders day or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can look it up, but I don't want to look it up. I just want to see if maybe you had something. I asked my dad about it, and he was like, my dad said no. He flat out was like, no. He's like,
I mean, I don't remember.
like, did anyone ever think of September 11th as 9? Oh my God, that's 911. Like, the calendar is 911 right now. Ooh,
Maybe.
like, was it a bad luck? I always wondered that. Yeah. Also, another thing. I mean, not good on them, but good planning on the terrorists, because what if like something mishappened? Would they just like wait for the next 9/11 to happen? Like, did it have to happen on 9/11, 2001?
I don't think it had to.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like, but imagine, like, what if it happened on 420? Imagine that. Before, 420, 2001, everyone was getting high and shit in the bleachers. Yeah. And then now on 420, 2002, 2003, it's, 420, never forget.
Wasn't there
Imagine?
Wasn't there a school shooting on 420?
Probably, but that doesn't matter. That's not as big as, another country attacking one of our country's, like, most prized possessions. And I just say that because I don't know what I meant to say in spite of that, or not spite, in return of that. Once again, I'm using just words I don't know where they belong and they shouldn't be said. So I'm sorry.
Columbine was April 20th.
On 420, huh? Yeah.
1999.
But do you get what I'm saying, though? Like, imagine if we were just walking around with, like, people were, walking up ladders with 420 shirts. Like, never forget 420. In my head, that was, like, a lot cooler, and I thought we were going to talk about a lot more, but it's fine.
Hold on, I'm reading about...
What? You have something you would like to add?
I'm reading about Columbine now.
Why? Columbine gave me nightmares. I watched a documentary, and it showed, like, a reenactment of, the kids,
Bowling for Columbine?
Bowling?
No, what?
Oh, what was it called? I don't remember. They make so many, so I don't know. But it was like a reenactment. It wasn't like the actual people. But it would, like, show obviously like them in the classroom and their point of view of how they were scared, and then like they came in and you're like, oh, they're all gonna die, and then they do, and you're just like, holy shit. Like, I've had so many nightmares of...
How many died in that?
42.
Is that true?
I'm just making a guess, but let me know.
16, including both perps.
How many were injured?
23.
All right, well, I wasn't even close on either.
20 by gunfire.
Yeah. Do you think that's like your favorite school massacre?
My favorite?
School shooting? Top 3?
Oh boy.
Oh, you don't want to talk about? Oh, you don't want to say your top choice? I get it. Definitely top 5.
I mean, it was
next question.
Next question. I was 15, so was I 15? 14, turning 15.
During Columbine?
Yeah.
Do you remember it being on the news?
I was like 14 and a half. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Do you remember feeling like, oh my God, it's going to happen at my school? Or you're just like, that sucks for them. Like, it's only going to happen.
It was like, that sucks for them.
See, now we get someone fucking a school gets shot up in New York, and we're like, oh my God, it's going to happen over here. It's like, or that was just that one time that it happened there, and it could happen here, but no. But you guys didn't think that way, huh?
I didn't, no.
No? And so, up until... So, like, at any point when you were in school, did you guys ever have, like, school shooting, like, alarm? Like, what's...
Like protocol?
Protocol, yeah. It was just basic fire?
Yeah.
Fire and earthquake?
It was regular emergency shit.
Are you so old that you had, like, the atomic bomb? Like,
What?
You had to get under your desk?
Fucking bomb shelters?
That's funny, huh? When, like, back in the day, old people went to school, like, they had to do, like bomb shelter ones.
Like when they bomb us.
Yeah, like
when we get bombed.
Yeah, and like nowadays we do like bomb threats. Like we do like, in case, someone decides to just blow up our school. Only our school.
Dude, did I tell you I went to go pick up my kids like a month ago, and I was just in the pickup line, and then the alarm started going off, the lockdown alarm. So it was like
recently?
Yeah, it was like maybe a month ago.
Okay.
A month, max like 6 weeks ago. And after the holidays for sure. And the lockdown alarm was going off, and like a kindergartner or something had pulled like the lockdown alarm
Right at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like within a half hour of release.
Oh.
And it was...
Damn, you're in line in a half hour?
Oh, bro. Sometimes I'm in line like 45, 50 minutes before the bell rings.
And you're still, what, like fifth in line, or are you like first?
I'm like, no. To be first, you got to be there a full hour before release. You got to be there at 2 o'clock when they get out at 3.
It's wild.
It's nuts.
I have that to look forward to.
It sucks.
If Sida's a stay-at-home mom, she's doing that every single time.
And it depends.
At no
on the
point is she
school.
too busy
Like,
to not pick him up, and I have to leave work. That's
our
crazy.
school, the lineup, it's like if you're not in that first section, you might as well just fucking park down the road and walk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I just get there early because I don't work. My whole shit is taking care of the kids and getting them to and from school and stuff. So I'm like, how do I justify sitting here on my phone? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Just like doing whatever. It's like I'll just get my shit done earlier and then I'll go sit on my phone in line an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Get my kid, especially when it's hot. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, say you get there an hour before, how far back in line are you? Like, are you at least pretty close to where as soon as they come out, you pick them up and you're out? Or are you still in line when they get in the
no,
car?
I pick them up.
Okay.
And that's important because you're in the pickup line and then there's on the outside is the bus line.
They put them that close?
Well, there's like a barrier between.
There should be like a whole separate parking lot for that.
Bro,
That's wild.
It sucks because if I'm not in one of the top, let's say 10 cars and get my kids and go,
Yeah.
then the buses start going and they don't give a fuck. They just
No,
go.
because they're like,
So
you're gonna let me pass.
Yeah.
I have a
no
bus full of
choice.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in a sedan. You're fucked. So that's kind of the buses and the way the other people park and the way it is on the street. Like, it's just enough to motivate you to like get there early.
Dude, from saying that, we need to do, especially now we have those little lavalier mics and then we actually tried them out right now. Yeah. But we need to do a pickup with Emil. You know what I'm saying? Set up a little camera so you can just like explain this because this is wild.
Yeah, you got to hear me
and I know,
talk shit about the way people park too.
Yeah, of course. No, well, not only that, but like
it's a whole thing.
Like or like
crazy.
Or like imagine like you're like, you know, you pick up your kid and you can't go to the left for some reason. So you're like, okay, when this kid's about to get in the car, so when he goes, I'll just go. There's no point in going around him. But he gets in the car and for some reason, what are they doing in the car?
Yeah.
What are they like? Were they smooching?
Yeah.
They're talking about their day.
Yeah.
Bitch, when
Get
the
out
kid
of
gets
here.
in the car, especially I'm assuming these are kids that are just getting in and putting their seatbelt on, right?
Yeah.
You ain't got to strap them in. No four-point harness.
No.
So
and do what I do. Get the kid in the car and start pulling away. And be like, strap your shit in before I hit the street.
Yeah,
You
you don't need to buckle them before you put it in drive.
No.
As you're as you're driving
on campus,
off,
you're going 5.
if that, maybe 2, 3. Yeah, exactly. But no, that's wild because I mean, I've never dealt with this, but I'm assuming these are things that are coming up that you're just like, bro, what are you doing in there? Like, go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what could you possibly be talking about? Unless like, and then, or even like a teacher comes and talks to them like in line. It's like, bitch, we're just trying to get in and out, get our kid and go. Yeah. Here you want to talk to them? Set up a fucking parent conference meeting with them.
Yeah.
You know, don't bring this shit in here.
You dumb bitch.
That's how I feel. Stupid. I'm not even there yet, and I get you, dude.
Yeah.
What are like other than that? What are some complaints you have like picking up a kid at the end of the day of school?
A big one is the way people park, dude. Because
what do you mean?
Because so okay, you're supposed to like if you're parking in a line, you pull up, right? Like you pull up. You don't want to like fucking get right up on the person in front of you, but you want to close it. You don't want to leave like half a car or 3/4 of a car.
Yeah, because then that means people are gonna be on the street and shit.
Correct.
Yeah, you want to be as close as you can. Yeah.
So some days I'll come late and then I'll just drive around because I know these people park like shit and I can just parallel park somewhere in a good spot. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, so it's kind of good for me when I come late, but it's still annoying. Like if I go early and I park at the front, in my mirror, like I could just see the way people park, and I just want to get out and be like, fucking pull up.
Close it up.
Okay, now you come, and then we're gonna get some cars off the fucking road. Like,
But
everybody pull up.
once again, now you explaining that's a you being. I don't know if it's a too nice thing, but it's definitely being a nice thing because I thought like now it doesn't make sense the way I was thinking, but like you're saying, so the person behind you that they're like making such a big space, like, and you want to be the good person and be like, hey, scoot closer, man, let those people get on the street. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Because in my head, if I'm in line and like they're behind me and I see like there's a huge gap, I'm like, one, that's cool because they're not. If anything was to happen, they're not gonna bump me. Nothing's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And like, two, it's like it's enough space like for kids to walk through. Like it's kind of a good thing. I don't know why.
So there.
But I understand your point.
There's walkways. There's walkways that you don't block. That when the kids come out, they cross.
You don't park there. You do stop there.
You clear, like no one fucks with that.
Makes sense.
But some people will stop like 2 cars before it and not fill in like 2 cars after it. And it's like, bro, no. They need this much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They need to be able to walk. It's got to be the width of the crosswalk. Mm-hmm. It doesn't need to be more than that. And then it's not even around there. It's like all over the line where people park like shit.
Yeah. I get you.
It's frustrating.
Actually, funny enough, another thing I want to bring up that it's been on my notes for a minute now, but kind of perfect segue for this. So so let's just say you're driving, right? You come up to, you're in like a neighborhood. You come up to like a place where the sidewalk ends. So, maybe you see like a guy and a girl and they're about to cross the street. Do you stop and do you let them go first? Or do you just go like across? And this is them still on the sidewalk. They're not even like approaching the sidewalk. They're doing that. Like say they're running. They get into that corner and they're doing the high steps, to keep their blood flowing, whatever bullshit they do. They're just there. In your head, are you like, go ahead? Mm-hmm. And if they wave you to go, at that point, do you go or do you do the argument? Are you down?
I'll go.
Right?
I'll go. I don't
see, that's what pisses me off. No, it's fine that you do that because I do that as well. Yeah. But a lot of people assume that you're gonna do the argument back and forth. No, you go. No, you go. So that when I tell you to go, and then you tell me to go, I'm gonna go.
That's it.
So if you tell me to go,
I already did the thing where I said you go. Yeah.
And you start to creep out, bitch. Why'd you tell me to go then? Yeah. You should have fucking gone. Yeah. It makes me so mad.
Yeah, man. I'm being Middle Eastern. Like I grew up around this a lot. Like someone will be like, no, I'm gonna pay. And then you're like, no.
That's different, but I get, yeah.
It is, but at some point, it's like someone's got to go. All right, I'll get the next. So I'm very quick. Like now, if I go, I'll pay, and then someone goes, no, I'll pay. Yeah, I'll go. All right, I'll get the next one, and I will get the next one. You know what I mean?
They're like, no, you're supposed to say you'll pay, and then I say that.
Yeah, they're like, oh damn, you know what I mean? But because I'm like that, like it just people know, you know what I mean? So like, if my buddy paid for me last time, he'll let me, like he won't counter it. Like I'll go, no, you got it last time, I'll get it this time. He goes, all right, bro, thanks. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it just makes a mental note for next time.
Yeah. It just makes sense to to just automatically go back and forth is so stupid.
Well, I would say
once I get it, you know what I mean? You want to be like, hey, bro, I'll pay. No, dude, I want to pay. All right. Like that's it. All right.
In that case, can I get 2 more beers and then we'll get the check?
Because yeah. You're like, because I told you I was gonna pay. So like, you either are down or no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like people do make up that like, oh, I got this. It's like, no, bro, I got this. Yeah. The person that says, no, I got this, not every time, but sometimes I do feel like people only do that to make a note for everyone at the table to be like, I did try, but he wants to pay.
But if that
like
person,
you publicly,
if that person was really trying, they would have said, let's just split it. Because
I'd rather be like, no, I got it, because the splitting,
that gives you a chance to bounce it back to the other guy. But if you say I'll split it, now that makes me go like, yeah, fuck it, let's split it.
Oh no, I'm thinking on the sake of my waiter or waitress, because now she already dropped off the full check.
Sure.
Now I have to be like, oh, can you split this?
Yeah, down the middle is easy.
But they don't fucking do. They try to break it down. And like, it's too.
What
I'm saying is too much explaining.
If you want to be like,
if someone wants to be like, I want to split it.
I want to pay for mine. You pay for yours after the check's printed. That's shitty. But if I'm like, I'm gonna pay, and you're like, just take my card, bro. Tell her to do it down the middle. Then that's it. It's down the middle. You pay. You both pay less than if one of you got the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna sit there and be like, well, I had Bud Lights, and they're on happy hour. Jordan had fucking Dos Equis. That's full price.
It's crazy that people do that.
That's fucking. We got an appetizer, but he had 4 mozzarella sticks. I had 2. So, and then my burger was $2 less than his fucking fajitas. That's fucking. You know what I mean? Like why? Yeah. Split it down the middle. Don't think about it, or offer to pay, and if the other person says yeah, pay it.
I totally like the idea of splitting it down the middle if it's that easy. If you were to tell your waiter, like, whatever the total price is, split it down the middle. Whatever the changes on both sides, whatever round up, whatever you got to do.
You can do that at any point.
Oh.
Once they've printed the ticket,
I guess
it's the easiest thing. If you gave them 5 cards and you were like, can you just do it 5 ways? They would do it. Maybe not 5.
But got like
3 for sure.
That's gotta be like
it's not though.
You don't feel bad for them, like
no, because they literally
do you know that? Should we ask someone?
They go to the fucking register. They go to the calculator. They go 99.55 divided by 3, and then they go, all right, you're 33 whatever 17 or like whatever. You're 33 this. You're 33 that.
Let's call Caesar. Caesar's a waiter currently. Let's ask him how he feels when people present that.
Can I go pee while you call?
Yeah, perfect. Just in case he doesn't answer. All right, we'll take a break. I gotta go pee now too. So even if I call him, I gotta. In the meantime, Sebas and Emil, I guess during the podcast, Emil was texting with Sebas in our group chat, and I didn't see it. He sent funny pictures of the way I look in my face, and so I'm a little upset about that. So I'm gonna actually go pee, and we'll be back. Hold on, there might have been one more thing. Oh, we're back, guys. We're back. Oh, cheers, buddy. Hold on. I was nice enough to share with Emil.
Thanks.
I had 3, and I only drank 2 White Claws, and I gave him my 3rd.
Thanks, babe.
He needs it more than I do. Not bad. Love a good White Claw. Honestly, I'm just drinking White Claw because I'm just trying to get rid of fat I gained this weekend.
Trying to get ripped.
Oh, there was something to the walking in the crosswalk thing. Okay, this is you walking. You're not the driver, you're the walker. When you're walking and you come to a crosswalk and a vehicle meets you at the same time, do you stop and wave them to go? Or do you go and make sure they stop first?
So I'm like oddly attentive at a stop sign. Like that's what I live for.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, so I'll look around.
Yeah.
And I'll like, I'm good at paying attention to the other 3 cars while I stop, and then just going off a feeling for me and being like, okay, he stopped. He was still rolling when I stopped. So I'm going to wait for one of these 2. Now that guy goes. I'm not even focusing on this guy because he stopped after me.
Okay.
So then now this guy goes. Now I'm going to go, but I'm going to creep out because this guy is usually an asshole. And he might even go second in this sequence. He might
forget that he's
he
not
might
third.
see that one went
Yeah.
and be like, now I'm gonna go. And then that fucks the whole thing up because now the guy who should have gone second is afraid to go third because it's the fucking Wild West.
They just fucked the whole rotation up.
And he doesn't know that I'm a master of this, and I'm like, no. You can go.
Follow my lead.
You can go third instead of second, and I'll still go fourth because I'm fourth or I'm third or what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll I'll shuffle myself down according to what idiots do.
Yeah.
So everyone is safe when I'm in a crosswalk.
Okay.
I say this. I kill 8 people on next Tuesday.
Wait. I'm just looking at all
a
3
Yuma
cars.
man is in jail
Wait.
after running down 4 pedestrians, slamming into 6 cars.
Well, okay, but I'll say this. Now let's just put it. Thank you for that huge explanation, but I guess I should have done this in the beginning. But it's just you in another car. You're walking, maybe you, whether it's you by yourself, whether it's you and the wife, you and the kids and the wife, whatever. You and the kids, maybe the wife went out of town.
I'm a pedestrian.
Huh?
I'm a pedestrian.
Yeah, I thought you didn't hear that in the beginning.
I don't listen.
I switched it up. I said, now you're not driving no more.
Okay,
you're
okay,
walking,
okay,
and now
okay,
you're.
okay.
So what I'm saying is, you walk. So let's try this again. All right.
Yeah. Sure.
For clipping TikTok and Instagram's sake. All right. So you're the pedestrian. You're walking. You walk as we've all been there. As you go on a daily walk, maybe on a walk throughout your neighborhood or something. You get to that point where you're coming close to like the intersection, like the stop sign or whatever in the neighborhood, and like a car's coming down the road, and you're like, oh, even though I'm like 4 steps from being to there, their speed, they're gonna get there around the same time I am. So you stop and you're like, I'm going that way, and they're like, go ahead. When they wave you on, like they tell you, like go across. Do you go? Right, that first time? Or okay, well, you answered the question. Well, the other thing would have been, or are you doing like, no, you go? Yeah. Because I'm saying this because when like if I'm walking and I see someone and like they're telling me like, no, you go, like all gay like that, it looks gay. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're walking and I'm telling you like go ahead, like go across, I'm telling like as a car, I'm the one that can hurt you. I'm not gonna be crossing the fucking intersection or the crosswalk in my Jeep, and you're gonna hit it, and it's gonna fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt you a lot more. So I'm gonna be the more cautious one. So if I tell you, you know, you're a human being, you're a person, I'm a vehicle, you go across. Mm-hmm. You fucking go. There's no back and forth of no, you go, no, you go. No. One, as a man especially too, you shouldn't be doing the whole like, no, you go. Like that shit's gay.
I'm a man.
You look dumb.
Stupid.
Like, go. No, you go.
Yeah.
Why? Like, you could just go across. And, well, I'll say this, though. If you're the car and you're telling the walker to go across, do you, like, do you get mad when they decide to take their time? Even though you told them, like, no, you go first. And they start walking and taking their time? No. Or do you expect a little hustle?
I mean, if I stopped and we had this interaction, hustle it up. If you're able. If you're old, I'll be patient. But at a crosswalk, like if someone decides to start going at like 5 seconds left, and they're just fucking
that's
halfway across, and this way's green now.
Without you, the sign's already giving them a time frame, like hurry up.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying like in the neighborhood, like at a park or something, like where there's no, it's just a stop sign.
No, if I say go ahead, I'm good.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Because I've always had the argument like, oh, if I'm driving and I tell you, and you're walking and I say, go ahead. Like I let you go first. You better, put a little pep in your step. I'm gonna say this. No, if
I'm the pedestrian, I will put pep in my step.
I will.
Even though I'm a fat guy and like I'm not really moving that much faster.
Yeah.
I'll still kind of shake.
You'll show an effort. Yeah. You're like, oh, he's trying to walk fast.
He's moving for him.
He's still going the same speed. But I can see him. He's actually like trying to like move it up.
Yeah, got a little hitch.
He's showing effort.
Yeah.
But see, I'll say this though. That's where I'm saying I do the same thing too. Like they tell me you go, and I'm like, okay, I'll probably sprint across that bitch. I just want to get out of your way. Mm-hmm. I don't want to keep you there any longer than you need to. It already sucks. No one likes stopping at a stop sign in a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's either the California stop or it's like maybe there's someone nearby, so you actually stop. They don't like that. So they're already waiting for you. But I'll say this, like, yeah, as I'm going across, I am like, I should probably scoot it. But you did tell me, no, you go first. So I'm assuming as a pedestrian, as a walker or a runner, whatever, if you tell me to go first, I'm gonna go in the speed that I was planning on going, whether you were here or not, or if you weren't not here. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you tell me, if I'm walking and I'm pushing my kid on the stroller, and they say, no, you go, and I say, okay. I'm going to walk as if I was just walking down the street. Because you told me. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you to go first because I'm saying you're going to get way across this thing before I even do. By the time, especially if I'm walking up to it and you're like about to stop, just keep going. By the time you cross the other side of the road, I'm barely going to be touching the road. So you just go. But if you're telling me if you're going to stop and you want for some reason you want to watch me walk, I don't know what the fuck your idea. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, you weirdo. If you're telling me you go first, I'm going to take my time. You know what I'm saying? Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
But no, once again, this isn't what I do. This is my thinking of what I should do when someone's like, no, you go ahead. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll sprint that bitch. I'll walk faster. I'll make an attempt to make it look like, okay, yeah, let me get out of your way. Sorry. But in my head, I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this. He told me to go. How does he know? Does he expect me? Does he expect me to run across this every time? Did he expect me when I wasn't here to just start walking and then, the street, fucking book it? Mm-hmm. And no one's on this road? So, I'm like, maybe we should think more that way. As the driver, as the pedestrian, as a driver, if you're waving a walker to go across, expect to wait a while. Don't get mad when they take their time. Don't get mad when they're fucking walking their normal speed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. Let's try that out, and then maybe we can be more comfortable on the streets.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I got some good stuff before we go. All right. Which one do I want to do though? Okay, let's do this. You have to get rid of one sports movie.
Ooh.
And this is a good one because even to this moment, to this day, as of this morning, to this day, I still don't know who I'm going to pick. But okay, so we're going to do, you get rid of one sports movie, all right? So we got Remember the Titans, Rocky, all of them.
Wow, Rocky.
Hold on.
The series.
Yes.
Okay.
And now that I'm reading this list, it's like mainly football, and I didn't realize that, but these are just really great sports movies in general. Next one, Friday Night Lights and Varsity Blues.
Out of those four?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now making this list, I should have done just like football movies, because... Should we switch up the list real quick? What's it?
Well, I'm not getting rid of Rocky.
Yeah, so what if we switch? What if you... Okay, what movie... What's like one of you... Like,
Friday Night Lights, Remember the Titans.
Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues. This is an old one. But Necessary Roughness. Did you ever watch that? It's an 80s movie.
I would
Scott
take that one
Bakula
out.
and fucking Sinbad. Of course you would, because you haven't seen it.
Well, let's do that for your list then. But I feel like you would take that one out, though.
I won't take that one out.
Okay.
No,
okay.
but because that's
because
the
I'll keep.
Because I got to tell you, I haven't seen Remember the Titans.
No way.
I've seen parts of it. So one with Keanu Reeves. Which one is it? Oh, that's the Replaceables or whatever. I haven't seen either of them, dude.
The
Replacements. I haven't seen either of those. That should be one.
Remember the Titans is with Denzel Washington and the guy from Men in Black, the white guy.
Never saw it. Tommy
Lee Jones. Tommy something Jones. Tommy Lee Jones is the guy that had sex with Carmen Electra, right? But Tommy Jones? Maybe it's just Tom Jones? Pamela Anderson. What did I say? Carmen Electra? It's the same bitch.
Maybe it's just Tommy. Tommy Lee is the one that
had sex with
Pam Anderson.
Tommy Lee Jones is the actor that plays in Men in Black, the white guy.
Yeah.
People are going to know him way more from Men in Black than they are The Fugitive.
Titans?
Yes, he's the other coach. So in Remember the Titans, it's a racist movie. Well, not a racist movie, but it's a movie about race.
Yeah. I love racism.
But no, it's about, obviously it's a black head coach, and then it's a white assistant coach.
Yeah.
But the black head coach gets, put on this high school team, and this is the first high school they're trying to like break segregation, so they're bringing in black and whites together and stuff.
Huh.
Which also, side note, at the time, what were like the Mexicans, Asian people doing? in Georgia? Like, were they still allowed to go to
I don't
like
think
the
there
white
were a lot
school?
of Mexicans and Asians in Georgia.
Okay, what about Mexicans? For sure,
50s
Mexicans.
and 60s.
You don't think there was at least one or like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mexicans, yeah, but they weren't playing sports.
well, no, I'm saying in general in school because like we have black schools, all white schools.
Oh, was there a Mexican school?
I don't think there was though, right? They didn't even have enough money to make schools, so I would assume that the Mexicans, the Asians, the whatever
They went to school with
minorities,
black kids.
no, they got put in one big school. Or that's what I'm saying. Like well,
if they separated white and black, for sure, everyone else went to the black school. Everyone else they didn't want
that would
at the
make
white
sense.
school.
Oh,
Because that was the whole point. They were looking at the
oh,
black
it wasn't
community
just
as- They weren't like,
it wasn't just black.
you
people.
guys deserve to be by yourselves. It was more about
everyone but
get
us.
away from us.
yeah. Oh, duh. That's exact. Yeah. That's
So-
what I'm saying. Why don't all of us just team up on the white
There's
people?
for sure Asians that talk like Southern black people because that's just for generations. That's what they were pushed into. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And see, I like this because in my head, everything I just said was like totally made sense, and I was like, "There's no one that can rebuttal this." And then what you just said, I'm like, "Of course." It wasn't the whole point that it was like white people were just like
We
only
need the
don't.
whites here and the blacks here. And
Everyone
everyone
else
should be
can
alone.
No, and everyone else can come in, but the blacks. It wasn't like that. No, it was the only whites and then everyone else, pretty much.
Everyone else.
So,
and a
okay.
majority of everyone else being black.
But see, I'll say this though, as someone that maybe I should have done my own research, but in Remember the Titans, that's all it was. In that specific instance for the movie, it was a school where only white people went, and when the black people went to the school, it wasn't blacks and Indians and Native Americans and Mexicans and Chinese.
Yeah.
It was only black people.
Isn't that fucked up? That's because statistically, there was so many more black people than everyone else that they were the natural target, the non-white target.
It was like shitting on the most popular person.
Exactly.
There's so many of you. It's like the only way to not get rid of them or to like control that section is to just like shit on them so much that even the majority of their population is still going to be like, damn, why do they hate us so much? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's an inferiority complex. Yeah.
wow. Okay. Damn. Okay. But yeah. So damn, that's crazy. But like I said, like going back to the school thing, like. It's not. I wouldn't say it's ignorant of me to think that way because that's what I saw as a kid growing up when I watched Remember the Titans. Because this is like the little girl, the little white girl that plays Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, Hayden Panettiere. You know who that is? Well, a white girl.
Is she from like a show from the 90s or something?
No.
That name sounds familiar.
No. She's way older than that. Okay. Way older than the 90s.
What do you mean way old?
And actually, if she's in a show that's in the 90s, she's a baby because she's about my age, maybe a little bit older.
She's not. She's definitely not your age.
Oh, okay. She was my crush in high school, and she's my crush now.
She's 35.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. Do you think she would have been a baby in your 90s TV show? So no, it's not that. But anyways,
She wouldn't have been a baby.
she would have been 7,
Wouldn't
6.
I mean, she would have been 10 in 99.
So you said in the night. I didn't assume. When someone says a movie
You
from the
think I'm talking
90s,
about 91?
I'm thinking 95 and below. If you tell me, the movie
No,
from the
bro,
90s,
that's
it's
why-
not. Don't say 99.
No.
You might as well fucking say
No,
2000.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
If you say early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, okay, then you're allowed to be like, oh, I thought you meant before 95. I thought you meant 94 to 97. I thought you meant 98, 99. If you say mid, late, early, but if I just said 90s, it's open. It can be 90 or 99, right? If I put on,
I get what you're
if I put on a
saying.
90s playlist, they're playing from 90 to 99.
I get what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I just, in my head, like I said, like if someone was like, oh, this is for the most part, now I think about it, no one does really say like, oh, this is a song from the 90s. They'll say from the early 90s or the mid 90s or the late 90s or I don't think does anyone say late 90s? Maybe, I guess, whatever. But for the most part, if someone says, yeah, a song from the 90s, I just automatically assume like what are you talking, like 91, 92, 93? Because like once you start getting to like obviously 95, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98 even is like an awkward like what are you talking about? But like 99, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, yeah, technically, like, it's one of those, like, technically it did come out in the 90s, but I mean, it's way more 2000 than it is 90. You get what I'm saying? You really have a plunger on your head right now.
All that shit talking, and I never actually looked up.
All this, man, I really thought this was a good one. I think and you know what? I mean, I would assume a normal person would just be. You're just not gonna wear headphones.
They're gone.
Fuck it.
They're gone.
We still gotta call.
Oh, she was in Heroes. That's what I know her from.
Okay, yeah. Well,
so,
anyways,
06. She was how old in 06? 16?
16.
17.
Mm-hmm. But you did say 90s, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought Heroes was okay.
I thought Heroes was older.
Yeah.
Because I'm that old to where like 5 to 10 years, 20 to 30 years ago, is the same.
That's kind of me now, though. 5 to 10 years. No. 5 to 10 years is like pretty close. Like, because like if you were to tell me like 5 to 10, like even in whatever, I mean, obviously depending the person's age, but if it's like a 40 or 50-year-old, you're like, I mean, you're not gonna die in 10 years,
right?
So I just base it off like life and death.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, anything could happen, but I'm saying like naturally, no. You know what I'm saying? I think you're good. So it kind of sucks because like the get rid of one sports movie kind of sucks now because I didn't realize that. I guess you should have known that. I don't know. I'm sorry. So we could just go past that.
Pass it.
What were we gonna call Caesar about?
Tipping? No.
Oh, something with the restaurant. Oh, splitting it 5 ways.
Yeah.
No, we'll call it
like if you're splitting it even, is there a number of splits to where it's like, all right, this is ridiculous? See if I can.
What's good, brother?
Hey, we're recording on the podcast, so don't say the N-word.
Shit.
Don't say the N-word.
Hey.
What's hobby?
So we were talking about restaurant etiquette and stuff and like tipping and like all this other bullshit. But we came across something where I had said, or we were talking about like how when you go to pay with like, you go with another friend, they're like, oh no, I'll pay. No, you pay. And then, whatever. But like if someone was to like, say it was like a group of, let's say 5 guys, right? And they want to split it down the middle, like between 5 of them, and they all handed you their card, how do you feel about that? Emil, did I explain that right?
I mean, I don't. It's really not a problem.
Oh no,
it's not. It's
No.
not a problem
I mean,
as long
even
as it's even, or even if they were like, "Oh, I got this."
Well, no, that's
he got
different. That's
this.
different. I'm saying
It is
down the middle. I'm saying split it right down the middle.
It is, but I'm asking: is it the down the middle that makes it not a problem?
No, not really. Because I mean, it really. I feel like that's never an issue unless the servers just shit at their job. You know, because like me, I keep everything. I try to keep in mind what everybody ordered, and then what I do is even if I don't split it at the beginning of the visit, because I never ask, I'll just come back as soon as I see all the food delivered, and then I'll just see what's sitting in front of everybody, and then right when I see what's in front of, once I see what's in front of everybody physically, in case I forget, I'll just go to the back then and split it right there in case they're doing split checks. But if it were in the case that they're going to just split it evenly, at least at our restaurant, we have a little Presto where they can just manually press a button and split it 5 ways, and they'll each have their own total to pay. So it's really, and even if we didn't have that, it's really not an issue. I just got to do the math and split it, whatever, and round it up or whatever, or down if I have to. But it's really not that hard. It just some servers are just really ass at their job, and it's really not that difficult to do it.
Wow. So he's just like a really great worker.
This guy makes me want to go get a loan tomorrow and open a restaurant and make him the manager.
Bro, that's honestly what you're saying.
We're gonna open a Pakistani restaurant in Yuma.
What you're saying just sounds like by the book, like how it should be done. I'm over here assuming that most waiters or waitresses, maybe they're not pieces of shit, but it's just like I don't want to have the burden of like, actually, could you just like charge us all separately, or can you split it down the middle, but also can you charge it on like to 9 different cards or something? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, is that like more stressful for them or something? But you kind of just brought up a good point. Yeah, if they're like a piece of shit worker, or maybe they're like not a high speed worker or something, then yeah, they're gonna feel a certain type of way. But if there's someone like you or someone that's experienced or loves what they're, loves serving people, then they're just going to be like gladly, or they're just going to know exactly what to do. Also, my dumbass assumed, I don't know why, I thought, they'd be fucking using calculators and counting with their toes. Like, yeah, he made a good point. They do have like, just this price, split it 5 ways or split it to, yeah. Okay. All right, dude. Well, oh yeah. Cause Emil, what's up?
No, yeah, that's just the way I see it. Only time I've ever found it, and from my experience, to be annoying when people split it is when it's a very large party. Like I'm talking like maybe 10 plus, and they got kids, families, and then they're all being difficult on like choosing who's splitting what. Or
I had this, they had that.
Yeah, so that's kind of like where it gets maybe a little bit more like, I guess, tedious, I should say. But even then, I guess it's more annoying at our restaurant because we don't get tipped out as far as like gratuity wise. So if it's like a party of like someone like a certain amount plus, like it doesn't matter if it's a 20, 30 top, whatever, 40 top, we don't get gratuity on it. So if that 40 top decides to not tip us shit, we're fucked. But
what do you mean you don't get
like
automatic?
You do or don't do automatic?
We don't get it.
Is this a Chili's thing?
That's just a Chili's thing, yeah. There's some restaurants that will add it automatically.
At like 8. At like 6, 8, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't add it at any number?
That way we would love taking large parties, and we'll fucking
dude.
However many ways, you need to, as long as we know we're getting that.
Hey, that's both fucked up that your restaurant doesn't do that, and it's also where I'm going to take my entire family from now on. That sucks for you, but it's
great for us.
I'm having a family reunion there now.
Hey guys, don't tip them. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. They can't make us.
I work on the bar side, so we don't get large parties. But
I'll show you. We'll come fill that whole horseshoe, dude.
Trust me, people will manage to make it work somehow, regardless. I've taken a party of like 30 in the bar side.
How many seats are there at the bar?
20. I had like 7 people sit at the bar, and then like another like 10 tables got taken by the rest of the 30 top.
Holy shit. Hi.
Yeah, it was that was something else. But yeah, honestly, it's really not much of a hassle. I really don't think serving and bartending, like, don't get me wrong, it's annoying to deal with certain people because they can be certain ways. Yeah. But as far as the work behind it goes, it's really not that complicated. It's not that hard to go and.
It's not a science rocket.
Yeah, it really isn't. I mean, at least that's just how I feel, But don't get me wrong, we all work with people that definitely treat it like it is rocket science. So, so I can see why Jordan feels like, I don't want to bother, And I'm sure you probably have. You're saying that from experience because you probably have asked a server or something in the past, hey, can we split it this way? And they've given you a fucking
for sure
look, and, roll their eyes or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, I personally don't think it's a problem. Like if they're not, if they're pretty good at their job, it shouldn't be anyway.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. All right, well, so just know, guys, if they don't do that, that's just because they're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If your server has a giant dick, it's no problem. If your server has a little baby dick, they're gonna roll their eyes. Or a vagina. All female servers fucking hate that shit.
Yep. If your server has a curved dick, he could do whatever. Do it all.
A curved dick.
All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to say before
we're gonna post a picture of his curved dick right here?
Tip your fucking server.
Shut up.
Oh, why'd you cut him off? Why'd you do that?
I'm just gonna do that from now on.
No, call him, I don't have his number, but call him back. I don't like
it. Hurts my feelings to do it,
Yeah.
but it's so funny though.
Yeah, it gives you a little.
Who knows what he was gonna say? He's probably still talking. He's like, "Wait, what? Hello."
I mean, he said the tip your fucking server thing.
Yeah, okay, you guys get the point. Tip your server, blah, 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 whatever. Hey, just know, go to Chili's. No gratuity, guys. That's crazy.
1,000 of us could go.
Not one of us has to tip. And I mean, we could all tip like $1 or something, but like, there's nothing they're gonna take out of it. There's no for sure you're gonna all pay this. That's crazy. Damn. I don't know if we should put that out. You think Caesar's laughing at we did that? I'm sure he don't feel bad. Like, I'm sure he's not like sad, right?
Just text him later and go, sorry I hung up, bro.
I just did
it's a new thing I'm trying.
Yeah, I just do it for the
click,
for the viewers and listeners. Yeah. Just thought it was funny. I've seen it before in other people,
for
like
the
other people's
clickers.
shows, and they do it. So I thought it'd be funny if I did it. But now, as a human being, like I feel bad that I did it. Like I'm like,
it's wrong.
Oh man, I should probably call him back.
It's a bad way to be.
Call him back.
I mean, it's kind of worse to call.
He's probably not gonna answer, huh?
Yeah. He's looking at it like, what the fuck?
You hang up with me, you fucking asshole.
Okay. One, yes, I did, and B, after I did it, I felt so bad. So I was like,
Well,
he
didn't feel bad immediately. What he did was he goes, that's what I'm gonna do from now on when I'm talking to people on the pod. I'm gonna hang up on him, and I was like, that sucks.
And I was like, yeah,
that's our friend, and he has a beautiful curved penis, and he was finishing a thought.
Now he's not gonna fucking. Now I'm not gonna answer his fucking phone call.
Exactly, and that's
no,
why
I knew this was gonna happen.
That's
Now
why
you're
when
gonna
he
get left off fucking delivered on your own podcast.
Dude, when he was calling you back right now, by the third ring, I looked at him. I go, he's not going to fucking answer now, dude.
Yeah.
I'm turning on my do not disturb just for fucking Jordan.
Wow.
Hey, can you do that? Can you do not
So
disturb
that way
for
he's
one
forced to
person?
call me twice next time he calls me on the fucking podcast.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I support it, dude.
No, but what I was saying was afterwards I was like, man, like I've seen other people do this on shows and I thought this was funny, but like now I'm just like, oh, I feel bad. Like I gotta say sorry. So I'm not gonna embarrass you publicly on the podcast. So I also gotta publicly apologize. Might as well get it done now. I'm sorry. So what were you saying though?
Yeah, that way we don't have to bring you on.
Yeah. That way you don't have to actually come here. Now we can just do. I forgot. We have phones that can call people. So, but yeah. So okay. So I'm sorry. What were you gonna say before I cut you off?
Tape your server.
Oh, tape your server.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You just want to be able to say bye after.
Oh, okay. All right, dude. Well, I love you, dude.
Don't. Text him right now and say when can you come on? He's got to come on.
Or should you text him?
I can DM him. I don't have his. We're not fucking in real life yet, so it's all still on Instagram.
Okay, I got him. But all right, guys. Well, that was another episode of Slobs in the Pod. We didn't really do an intro, but I don't think we need an intro when it's just us two. Fuck it. Emil, I love you.
Love you.
This is a great time. Shout out Caesar. And see you guys next time. I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to say before I go that I've been wanting to say, but I haven't. I'll save it for another time. All right, guys. We're out.
Play the song. Bye.